How many rooms are we going to use for childcare? What will be our plan in case of an emergency? Where will our outdoor play happen? As a prospective childcare provider, you will share your plans for your future program with the Office of Children and Family Services when you submit your initial application for a child daycare license or registration. And now, thanks to the new Facility Application and Management System, also known as FAMS, applicants can get from point A to opening day faster than ever before. FAMS is a secure system designed to streamline the submission process for both paper and electronic applications, and to connect applicants to helpful resources from OCFS. Once you complete the OCFS-approved orientation and log into FAMS, you will have access to the initial application for a license or registration. School-age childcare and daycare center applicants can choose to complete and submit their application electronically, and by the time OCFS has finished its development of FAMS, all applicants will have the ability to submit online. So why choose to fill out the application online instead of on paper? FAMS does all of the work of sorting and organizing the application for you so that you can focus on one piece at a time. Each tab brings you to a specific page, and the questions on each page are grouped into sections. Where you start on the application and how you progress is totally up to you. Do you have a break in your day and everything you need to enter your site information? Head straight to the Site tab and get started. You can always save your work as you go if you don't have time to do it all at once. Remember to save often, as some pages are longer than others and you don't want to lose your work. You decide when and how you enter your information. No matter how you go about completing the application online, FAMS tracks your progress and provides a clear picture of where you are and what you have left to do. FAMS Facility Dashboard is where you look for your own personal to-do list. Application tasks list every page that needs additional work. The application section of the dashboard shows you the status of the application as a whole. As soon as you get to work on the electronic application, the status reads, "In progress." Once you receive a license or registration, your application is completed. Navigate to the Facility Dashboard from anywhere in the application by clicking the green Home button in the top right-hand corner of the page. Want a closer look at how your application is evolving? The Application Progress tab lets you track your regulator's review of each page, from submission to the moment you receive your license or registration. After you have selected the Submit button, the progress bar reads Submitted. Under Review means that your regulator is still reviewing the documents in that section. Everything listed in Application Progress is marked Approved as soon as the items have been approved by OCFS and your license or registration is on its way to you. FAMS helps you stay on top of the additional forms required by OCFS. The Summary of Required Documents tab is your customized list of documents. FAMS updates the list based on the information you enter. For example, if you don't have special instructions for families on how to locate your program, FAMS automatically removes the Directions to Site document from the list. FAMS includes the electronic versions of many of the required OCFS forms, giving you the option to type your responses or upload a scanned copy of the completed document. You can also choose to mail in a required form. Check the box, send the form to the listed address, and OCFS will review the document when you submit the rest of your application in FAMS. You have the ability to view and delete the uploaded form right up until you submit the application. Every document starts with a determination of Not Received. When you submit a form, the determination changes to Needs Review, and FAMS displays the upload date of the latest copy. When you and your regulator have determined that it meets OCFS requirements, the document is complete. But what if you need more than just a status update? FAMS makes it easy for your assigned regulator to provide detailed feedback. The moment you submit your application for review, your regulator receives an email notification. Then, if they find a spot that needs a little more work, you get that feedback faster with a message delivered straight to your inbox. There's also information embedded within FAMS to help guide you. Visit the Overview page, and you can learn more about the contents of each tab before you begin. Scroll to the bottom, and you have an organized list of documents and websites to reference as you advance through the application process. Need a little clarification? Suggestions and additional instructions are located throughout the application, along with links to the relevant regulations. Asterisks indicate a response is required. If you leave a required entry blank, you will not be able to submit the application. Helpful tips appear when and where they're needed in FAMS. Once you start to work on a page, the application will respond to the information you enter with additional prompts or guide you to the next step based on your input. Now that you have a better idea of the main features that the Facility Application and Management System currently has to offer, here's how to get started on your initial application online in FAMS. Applicants must have a valid email address in order to register with FAMS. OCFS strongly recommends using the most recent version of Internet Explorer to complete the application online. While some of the OCFS forms are available in electronic form in FAMS, other documents will have to be uploaded from an external location. FAMS offers flexibility on how you can submit these documents. You can upload a scanned form, or even a photo of your completed document. Finally, you will need a username and password. You'll use these credentials to log in to my.ny.gov and access your application in FAMS. You can get your FAMS account up and running in a matter of clicks. When you reach the end of the OCFS approved orientation session, you will receive an email invitation with a link to create your account. Once your account is up and running, you can use your new username and password to log into FAMS and start your application. OCFS is committed to supporting you as you pursue a career in childcare. Start your journey in FAMS and you can get from point A to opening day a lot sooner than you'd think.